Hey, how you doing? This is Chuck Ignorant, Spring Piston Rifle Fever and Lone Wolf Strength Training. Got my HW95 Luxus here, and this is like a medium magnum. This is not a super magnum. This is a well-balanced air rifle, and that's what you want. And this video is going to have to do with why your air rifle isn't shooting accurately. And I just want to point out a few things that it could be for you to examine. So, number one, with a Springer or a gas ram rifle, most of you know, is you want to make sure that your stock screws are tight. Excuse me, are tight. You want to make sure they're tight there, and then you got a pivot point for your barrel for cocking it. You want to make sure that's tight enough too. So when you cock it, you want your barrel to be able to sit right there without falling. If it falls, then you need to tighten it up a little bit. Some rifles you might have to take them out of the stock. This one I can decock this rifle here. So use some blue Loctite, back your screws up, use some blue Loctite. Put them on your screws, screw them in there. Also use blue Loctite on your scope mounts screws. So you want to do that. Make sure you have a decent scope. This is a Leapers 3 to 9 by 40 AO. I've had this on the Walther Paris. I've had this on the HW80. Now I have it on my HW95 Luxus, and it holds good. So something like this, Hawk Air Max brand scopes are really good. I cannot really give a big thumbs up to Hammer scope, although I do have one on the HW97 and it's holding really good. But I had gotten another one and I put that on the Gamma Whisper Fusion Mach 1, and I'm getting point of impact change. So when I'm shooting and I know for sure that my shots are good, and I start getting a shot group here and a shot group there, I'll shoot several areas and it'll be tight, but then all of a sudden a move here, a move there. When I know when I'm doing everything exactly right and I'm getting this happening, the scope is not holding. In fact, the scope is getting really close to giving up the ghost. I'll get it off that rifle as quickly as possible and get it on a lesser powered one, which is the plan for that rifle. Actually put the Gamma scope on that one. So stock screws tight, make sure you have a good scope. Pellet selection, that's another area to look at. So these H&N Field Target Trophies, these are one of my favorite pellets. They shoot good in most rifles that I have. These JSB 15.89, they also shoot very well in most rifles. And believe it or not, the Crosman Premier Hollow Point 14.3 grain pellets shoot pretty well and even better than some of the more expensive ones in most of my rifles most of the time. The other factors for shooting accuracy issues are going to be on how you're holding your rifle. You can bag rest it, but you better hold it lightly, and your trigger control, your trigger finger, that needs to be really gentle, straight back. If you squeeze the handle, the pistol grip area too tight in here, you can cause it to cant just a tiny bit. Natural point of aim. So if I'm over here and my target's over here and I have to purposefully pull it over and hold it in place on that instead of relaxing, then it's going to pull my shots. There's just enough pressure there to pull your shots. So what you want to do is move your whole body. Don't just swing the rifle over with your arms. You actually want to shift your hips to where you need to be. Move your whole body and then relax and see if it's on target. If you can relax and it's on target and you use a light trigger control and you got the right pellet, you should be on target. That's about all I think I can share that on spring piston rifles. Shooting it offhand or not using a bag rest when you hunted, you just want to hold it nice and light. Have it in your shoulder, nice and light. You do not want to even really have your cheek here. If you do, barely touch it. You do not want a heavy cheek on your rifle. You do not want a heavy anything on your spring piston rifle. Everything needs to be really light. I don't know if you could hear that, but in the background a squirrel's barking at me right now, or barking at something. Bonk. Well, anyhow, I hope that helps you. Roger from Roger's Rigs, he had said he needed help with shooting his air rifle accurately. I hope some of these tips will help you. I just know that that's helped me a lot, and it's especially the finger thing. And I actually coined a name for this trigger control. Some people just call it light trigger control. I call it girl gripping it. There's Dawn Wells, I think was her name, Airgun Girl, or Dawn the Airgun Girl. I'm not sure what her last name was, but she was in a video shooting a Springer, and I thought, how does she hold her rifle? I bet you she holds it really lightly. So after that, I remember holding it really lightly and squeezing the trigger, and I started shrinking my groups down nice and tight. Anyhow, you like the video, give me a like. I definitely appreciate it. I definitely appreciate a subscribe. That would be awesome too. Tell me about you, tell me about your rifles, how they're doing, how you shoot them, how you get the best accuracy out of them, what pellets you're using, and so forth. And you have a great day.